I believe not everything in the life has a return on investment. Most of the things that we do thinking about that probably we will get something in return. And when we don't get it, we get frustrated. It's like, I started going to gym 3 years ago. I thought that I used to watch that, the videos of those natty dudes who will talk about that how they've, completely transformed their bodies in 2 years and 3 years. They've gone from fat to natty or from skinny to jacked. And then I started hitting the gym thinking about saying that probably I'm going to get certain kind of the aesthetics and the body. But that did not happen. It's been 3 years. I'm not saying that, that I did not get the benefit at all. I'm certainly getting in shape, but in those 3 years, what I expected did not happen to me. And that kind of made me frustrated. But then I realized that probably hitting the gym is not my hobby. That lifting the weights, I made it about my personality that I will go to gym, I will lift the weights, and then I will get a natty body in return in 3 years or in 2 years. But when that did not happen, I got frustrated. You have to have a hobby. I also play tennis, but when I play tennis, I don't realize the passage of time. I think the reason for that is because I don't expect anything in return when I'm playing tennis. I just want to play. And that is good for my soul. It's like when you listen to music or when you're watching your favorite show or favorite movie, you don't realize the passage of time. The reason for that is that you just want to do for yourself, for your soul, and you don't expect anything in return. I think that is what life is all about. That you're not supposed to be expecting something in exchange for whatever you do in the life. It's like people, they go to the college, they go get the degrees, and when they do not get the jobs in return, they get frustrated that, hey, like I spent like 3 years, I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, and now I'm not even getting the job. It's just that if I would have gone to the college, not just to get the degree, but to get the education and the information that I am genuinely interested in, even if I do not get the job in the end, I still would have been happy to know all that stuff that I learned in those 3 years of my degree, 3 or 4 years. But because I was expecting the return on that investment that probably, I'm going to go to college after 3 years, I'm going to get a good job, I'm going to make a good amount of the money, I will buy a Mercedes Benz, I will drive around wearing the good clothes, looking nice. But when I do not get that, I get frustrated. The modern day hustle culture is all about the return on the investment. I think like that, the internet, the influencers, everybody has made us believe that whatever you do in the life has some sort of, return on it. It's like, hey, if you go to college, you should get something back. If you go to gym, you should have the results that are granted after 2 years or 3 years. That in your 20s, you're supposed to be just chasing the money, trying to establish the business, and in your 30s, you should get retired. So it's okay if you want to get retired at 30s, but what are you going to do after that once you get retired? And you're trying to chase the money in your 20s. What if you don't get the money? I'm not trying to be pessimist, but I'm just saying that what if you don't get the return on the time that you're investing in the certain things that has not even promised you the kind of the returns that you're expecting? What is going to happen then? First of all, you have to have a hobby so that when you're tired of doing things, you can just go to your hobby and then you can just enjoy, you can refresh yourself. That hobby could be anything. You can also play the video games. Doesn't matter like what age you are. I would rather play the video games than scrolling on the Twitter or on the Instagram or on the Snapchat all day. At least I'll be focused on one thing. And that's actually why we just doom scroll all day. Because we enjoy doing that. There was a dopamine release there. So we just keep scrolling and we don't realize how the time is passing. I think like if we find something that will not let us get distracted from what we're doing, that is something that we want to do in the life. Could be anything. And the money shouldn't be the factor. I know nowadays, like everybody's just trying to do everything for the money because it's a capitalist world and you need money for everything. And I get it. But at some point in the life, you're going to understand that money was not everything. Money is important. You should make money. You should have a good amount of the money in the bank account, especially if you're a man. But your personality shouldn't be about one thing. It shouldn't be only about the money. It shouldn't be only about, lifting the weights or doing things that you have great returns on. You should have something that I think like will make you believe that, yeah, you're alive. To me, when I play tennis, that's my thing. So I can just come back from my work. It doesn't matter how tired I am. I can still go to the court and I play tennis for like an hour, 2 hours. And I enjoy that. And I don't enjoy it because I'm getting something out of it. I'm only doing it because that's good for my soul. That is healthy for my mental health.